Okay everybody, welcome back to On the Glide Slope. It's been a while since I've done a first-person video, so I thought I'd do one today. We're going to do a quick PilotEdge flight from Santa Barbara up to San Luis Obispo. We are running first-person view today. I haven't shot a first-person camera view for a long time. I know some people really like them, some people really hate them. I tend not to do them very often, but I was just sort of in the mood for that today, so I thought we'd give it a shot. And hopefully those who like it will like it. So we're in the Piper Saratoga. I'm using the Cessna throttle quadrant. I just haven't bothered to configure some of my settings. But without any further ado, I'll get a couple final things set up here, and then we will be ready to go. Okay, mixture is rich, prop is full. Master switch. Fuel pump. Beacon is already on. Throttling 1/4 inch. Step on the brakes. That all looks pretty good. Avionics. Already got my flight plan loaded into the 530. Oops. Just put up a notch of flaps. Didn't mean to do that. Because this camera is a little higher than my eye point, the horizon here doesn't match as perfectly well in the video as it does for me in what I see. But you'll get the gist of it. 308 magnetic heading we're going to fly. Get our heading bug set. Just as a backup, let's look at that VOR. Morro Bay is 112.4. Nav lights on so we can see those. We're not identifying that on nav 1, but that's okay for now. Let's get the weather. Santa Barbara, radio frequencies. ATIS is 132.65. Should be about a 30-minute flight.
Santa Barbara Mon Information Quebec. 0 Zulu weather. Wind 130 at 8, visibility more than 10. Sky clear. Temperature 20, dew point -19. Altimeter 2983. Arriving runways 25, 15 right, 15 left. Departing runways 25, 15 right, 15 left.
Okay.
Advise on initial contact, you have Quebec.
Okay. All right. Santa Barbara, I believe, has clearance. Let's check the charts just to be sure. Santa Barbara clearance is 132.9, ground is 121.7, tower 119.7. Clearance, ground, and tower. Okay, so we're going to go on to 132.9. And we're going to be ready to go to 121.7. Hopefully we're still on PilotEdge. We can check that real quick. I think I have PilotEdge saved here.
We're through on 4 kilo pop, SoCal departure, radar contact.
We're clearly
remain outside the LA Bravo airspace. And report established on the Los Angeles 323 radial at 5,500. I'll have a Bravo clearance for you at that time.
Turn that down just a little bit. In fact, I'm going to adjust that radio setting in the sim. Hold on. Okay, so we're going to contact Santa Barbara clearance, and I also always just like to have my radio frequencies written down for where I'm going. For SBP, ATIS is 120.6. Tower is 124.0 and ground is 121.6. We're not going to get flight following on this flight. And let's see, our standard pattern altitude here is 1,200 feet. 212 altitude, 1212, and our 0725 is runway, and 1129 is another. Okay, where are we here at Santa Barbara? We are at the west ramp. If I remember correctly. Yeah, we're at MAG Aviation on the north ramp, or the west ramp. And we're Saratoga 15 Julia Golf. Let's remember who we are. Okay. Let's get ready to go. 132.9 is clearance. Just make sure we've got that right again. Yep. Tower's 121.7, okay. Santa Barbara clearance, Saratoga 15 Juliet Golf with Quebec, VFR departure northwest.
Five Juliet Golf, Santa Barbara clearance. Good evening on departure. Fly runway heading. Maintain VFR at or below 1,500 till advised. Departure frequency 120.55. Squawk 4475.
Fly runway heading. Stay VFR at or below 1,500. Departure frequency 120.55 and squawk 4475 for Saratoga 15 Juliet Golf.
15 Juliet Golf. Read back. Correct.
Great. 4475 on
3 and 4 kilo
the squawk. Departure frequency 1255, runway at below 1500. We don't know what our runway is going to be yet, but we'll go over to ground on 121.7 and we will find out. Give that guy a second to do his read back. And then we're going to go to tower next, which is 119.7. Okay, I think we're finally ready to go flying. I've got wires running all over me with this head cam and all kinds of stuff going on. Okay, we should be on Santa Barbara ground now. 121.7, we'll tell them that we are at the north ramp and that we were ready for VFR departure to the northwest. Santa Barbara ground, good evening. Saratoga 15 Julia Golf is at the north ramp. MAG Aviation ready for taxi VFR departure northwest.
Number 15 Juliet Golf, Santa Barbara ground, runway 15 right, taxi by Charlie.
15 right by Charlie for 15 Julia Golf. Okay, 15 right by Charlie. That's right next to us. We don't have far to go. We're going to fly runway heading of 15. Let's get the sat set on our heading bug. On 15 right via Charlie. Okay. Everything else looks ready. Everything's in the green. We've got fuel. We're on the right tank. Oil pressure is good. Everything's good. Take off the brakes. Test them. They seem to work. This is Charlie right here. Here's our hold short for 15 right. It's not a very long taxi, is it? Okay. Okay, let's get ready to go. Nav lights are on. Landing lights on. Run up. 2,000 RPMs. Left mags. Good. Right mags. Look good. Carb heat. Okay, good. Everything's in the green. Oil pressure is good. Fuel pressure is good. Oil temperature is good. Suction is good. Volts look good. Take it back. Switch over to tower. 119.7, our next frequency departure is going to be 120.55. Let's get that ready to go. Get our heading bug set to 308. Okay, that's good. 15 right at Charlie, ready to go. Switched over, we're on tower, 119.7.
We're 314 Kilo Papa, connect SoCal approach 134.9er.
Windsock looks correct. Santa Barbara Tower, November 15, Juliet Golf, holding sharp 15 right, ready for takeoff. Holding sharp.
5 Juliet Golf, Santa Barbara Tower, 113 at 9 Romeo 15 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 15 right, 15 Juliet Golf. Okay. Fly runway heading at or below 1,500. Let's not forget those instructions. That goes up, that goes down.
Kilo Papa,
That goes up, that goes down. Control check looks good. Taxi onto the center line. All right, fuel pump is on, beacon is on, landing lights, strobes, mixture rich, prop full, gear is down. On the brakes, full power. RPMs like as expected. Engine instruments are all green. Airspeed is alive. We are on the center line. At our takeoff point. Our gear automatically went up. I guess the toggle is set the other way. All right, gear up. Fly runway heading. 150 at or below 1,500. Nice easy climb, not in any rush. Coming up on 1,000 feet. Level us off at 1,300. Oh, all right, it's trim wheels alive. Till advised. Hopefully he has not forgotten about us. I don't believe he has. We're out over the ocean quite a bit. I believe we're still on PilotEdge. Yeah. Says we're still on there. I'll wait another second, then I'll ping him. He might be clearing us out of the Charlie completely before letting us go, but we'll see. in a over those islands before we know it.
5 Juliet Golf, cancel altitude restriction, resume on navigation, contact SoCal approach.
Cancel the altitude restriction, and resume on nav, contact SoCal approach for 15 Juliet Golf, thanks. That was the least fluent. That was the least fluent call in the history of calls. Okay, let's turn on to our general heading. Nice view of that. Switch over to SoCal approach. SoCal approach, Saratoga 15 Juliet Golf is 1,600, climbing 6,500.
15 Juliet Golf, Santa Barbara approach, good evening.
Santa Barbara.
The altimeter 2985.
2985 for 15 Juliet Golf.
04 Kilo Papa, connect SoCal approach, 128.1.
2985, let's adjust our altimeter. Get ourselves back over dry ground and back onto our path. And now let's really start to climb. Full throttle. Sorry, I'm messing with my pen here. Just set it on my chair. So I understand that there's a mod I can download that will help these water textures, which X-Plane doesn't do very well, although they're supposedly working on it. Boy, nice color with the
X-Enviro. Kilo Papa, Cal, good evening, John Wayne, altimeter 298.
With a X-Enviro. I hope you can see how pretty that sunset texture is. That looks great. Okay, we're going up 3,000 feet and climbing. Dim my lights here a little bit in the cockpit. In fact, I might turn those off. There we go. We just have to stay out of Vandenberg's airspace from an airspace perspective. Here we've got some traffic. My ForeFlight isn't picking up traffic for some reason, but I can see the traffic right there. Again, that sunset is looking sweet. Let's just take a look at that for a second. Let's fly into that.
15 Juliet Golf, you see VFR traffic at your 1 o'clock, about a mile and a half eastbound, altitude indicates 5,500.
We have the traffic, 15 Juliet Golf.
15 Juliet Golf, Roger, you looking for flight following suit?
Negative, but thanks for the offer.
15 Juliet Golf, no problem at all. Radar service is terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR frequency change approved. We'll see you later.
Squawk maintain VFR frequency change approved for 15 Juliet Golf. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to stay on this frequency just so we can have something to listen to. We're up to 5,800 feet now. And again, I was going to take a look at that sunset. You can see some of the new lighting textures from that light mod that I spoke about in the earlier video. Fly a little slip here so you can see that. And there's the airport actually. That's Santa Barbara where we just took off from. And then this way we've got the sunset, which is looking pretty awesome. Again, I don't want to go too far that way because we've got Vandenberg airspace up here, but that looks pretty cool. And I think that down there is an aircraft carrier. Hard to know, there's some ship down there. All right, let's get back to flying like we know what we're doing. 6,500 feet, we're at that. Get back on our general heading to San Luis Obispo. And again, Santa Barbara in the distance, looking down the California coast. All right, a little over our altitude, but now we can dial back, take our prop back to closer to maybe 2,400 RPM. And our manifold pressure about 28 inches. Get trimmed. We've got a headwind, but our ground speed is 182 knots, which is solid. VOR is dialed in. Let's ident that. Yep, that's Morro Bay. It's telling us we're 61 nautical miles out, about 20 minutes. Morro Bay is a little past San Luis Obispo. I can see a runway down there. That is Santa Ynez. Got some traffic there in front of us. Sun's going down off to our left. Some clouds in front of us. Let's get a quick MEDAR on San Luis Obispo. Sky clear. Okay. "16 minutes en route. Ground speed 195 knots. We're taking along at a pretty good clip, 166 on the indicated. When we're a little high now, 6,900. Let's get down to an appropriate VFR altitude. Lights on top of the building, on top of the mountain there look great. So some folks, there's some more traffic, by the way. Some folks have been saying that that light mod is too bright. I think it can be bright, but the fact of the matter is that it is, I think, better with the pools of light splashing on the ground and just looks more realistic than what we had before. Let's tune in our VOR here just in case we might need it. This isn't moving as fast as I would like. I have to figure that out. Dim our cabin lights here a little bit for nighttime flying. Better night vision. There we go. That's good. Those clouds look pretty sweet. We've got traffic coming across us here. Looks like they're a little above us. And ForeFlight's not giving me traffic for some reason. I'll have to figure that out. It's something I have going on with probably the PilotEdge. Client. Okay. Okay, there we are at 6,500 feet. Let's keep an eye on that traffic. Again, beautiful sunset going on over here. That sure looks great. It's amazing technology we have at our disposal. I gotta tell you, it's a good time to be a nerd. So we'll center our needle here on the Omni bearing selector. 30 if we want to fly directly to Morro. Okay, well we're going to keep flying about 308 to get ourselves to, sorry, that wasn't very subtle on the rudder there. Get ourselves to San Luis Obispo. There we go. It's been a while since I've flown this Saratoga. I have my controls set to full sensitivity, intentionally.
A little overmodulated, but it's coming in fairly loud and clear.
Just because it makes the plane, I think, more realistic.
4 kilo pop, will leave in the LA Bravo airspace. You can resume on navigation. 4 kilo pop, just verify landing, John Wayne. Just verify your landing at John Wayne.
Okay.
4 Kilo Papa, roger. Proceed to Huntington Beach Pier and report overhead.
All right, so San Luis Obispo is at 1,200 feet. I'm messing with my, there we go, my knee board. So we're up at 6,500 to get over those mountains. We're really kind of past it now. If I look at the flight plan, the rest of the way on the profile, highest point's 3,500 feet. We're up at 65, and we want to get down to 12. Let's just call that 1,000. We got 5,500 feet to lose. If we went at 500 feet a minute, that's going to take us 11 minutes. 11 minutes
919
at a
Tango
ground
Alpha.
speed
Okay, I'll need a little more information than that direction of flight
of
aircraft.
175 knots. We've got 15 minutes to go, so in about 3 minutes we're going to start our descent. We've got Santa Maria Airport in front of us.
For 919 Tango Alpha, roger. Come at ground, ready for taxi.
Frames are doing about 45. I have full. Got traffic crossing here on the right or on the left. I've got full graphic settings in terms of scenery. No shadows though.
919 Tango Alpha, Van Nuys ground, runway 16 right, taxi by Alpha Charlie.
And then now we can start thinking San Luis Obispo. So again, its tower, its ATIS was 120.6. That's our next frequency. See that traffic pass right there?
For 5673 Sierra San Luis ground, runway 29er taxi by Alpha.
I hope the camera holds up. I think it will. I'd hate not to get the whole flight. Those clouds look pretty good. Nice and dramatic. Those look like high thunder clouds in the distance. That's all X Enviro, the latest release. Ground speed 177. 12 minutes en route. We'll start our descent here in a little bit. Occasionally there's a cloud pop like you just saw, but for the most part it looks pretty good.
43 Victor Tango, absolutely, go ahead.
Okay, so we've got 29 and 11. They're not going to ask us to come in on anything different than that. They're not going to ask us to come on 0725. They may make us go straight in if the winds are coming that way. If not, it is left traffic.
143 Victor Tango. Tell you what, try, let's see, try 125.57.
Into San Luis. Presumably, pretty soon here, the fuel pump off. Comes from not having a checklist to follow. Presumably, pretty soon here, and
69er Juliet, clear to the Santa Barbara Airport.
we're going to be able to pop out the GTN 750 and drag it over onto this
Expect 7,000
onto this touchscreen display. But in the meantime, I've coded the
Squawk 3043.
I've coded these rotary encoders so that I can run the GTM 530 with them. It works pretty well. Okay, we got to stay out of the Santa Maria Delta here. It goes up to 2,800 feet, so we're not in any danger of that. That's the airport right over there. Vandenberg Airport, Air Force Base is out there. It's blinking one green, one white, one green it looks like, which is not accurate for a military field. It should be green, white, white, but it's okay. We've crept up 7,300 feet while I've been talking. We're at 10 minutes, we need to start our descent. So we'll back off on the manifold pressure here a little bit. Try to start a descent of about 500-600 feet a minute to catch up with where we were. Get the aircraft trimmed. So we're going to call San Luis. Let's get the ATIS. How far out are we right now? We're still 27 miles out. It's not time to think ATIS for them quite yet. Up here pretty soon, we should be able to see Oceano Airport. There's a little field down there, but I don't believe that's Oceano. It shouldn't be. Maybe it is.
314 Kilo Papa, roger. Contact John Wayne Tower 126.8.
But I think that's something, it's an airport that I'm not seeing on the charts. Okay, 6,300 feet. Coming down. Presume we're going to get 2.5. We're going to want to set our heading indicator to that when we get a little closer.
Number 919 Tango Alpha Van Nuys Tower on course approved. Wind 0904.
Clouds going by out there.
6 right, clear for takeoff.
Just had a pop of the lights there. I'm following that freeway. Yeah, I don't know what that little strip
4 Kilo
is.
Papa, John Wayne Tower. Good evening, and a right down, runway 20 right, report midfield.
We're directly abeam Santa Maria right now. That's it right there. Looks like we have a couple little clouds in front of us. We'll presume we're an IFR rated pilot. Dim our panel lights a little bit more. Halfway through, let's switch our tanks. Fuel pump on. Switch tanks. We have positive fuel pressure. Fuel pump off. Yep, there's Santa Maria right there. There's Vandenberg. We're now at 5,200 feet. Coming down at 700 feet a minute. And I think that's San Luis right there.
650 Bravo, Santa Barbara clearance clear to the San Luis Obispo Airport on departure. Fly runway heading. Expect radar vectors Gaviota VOR. Venice filed. Maintain 3,000. Expect 6,000.
Yeah,
5 minutes
I
after
don't know what
departure.
that little airport is there.
Departure frequency 120.55. Squawk 2567.
Oh, just flew into a little cloud. But we can still see the airport. 4,500 feet.
5673 Sierra, make left down departure, runway 29 clear for takeoff.
We'll probably get to the ATIS now.
San Luis ORG NL information Quebec 000 weather. Wind calm, visibility more than 10. Sky clear, temperature 12, dew point -27. Altimeter 2997. Arriving runway 29. Departing.
Okay, it says Quebec. I could barely hear it because I had to turn the radio down because the PilotEdge stuff comes through pretty loud. Let's
Air 99 Juliet, runway 29 taxi valve.
see what they're reporting. 305, sky clear 2998. That's pretty close to what I had. I had 2997. Let's adjust our altimeter for that. Okay. And let's switch over and get them and tell them that we are about 16 miles out. So tower is going to be 124.0. Let's just confirm that. Yep, 124.0 on ground is going to be 121.6. When we're about 10 miles out, we'll give them a call. That's going to be coming up here soon. That's the airport up there. We have some traffic. There's Oceano right there. People on PilotEdge making their first flight. Usually fly from Oceano up to San Luis Obispo. Got some cloud effects over there, which look nice. Traffic on the highway. Should we go red lighting? No, I think I'll stay white.
John Wayne Tower, send you through on 4 Kilo Papa, right downwind, midfield, runway 20 right.
314 Kilo Papa, runway 20 right, clear to land.
Clear land 20 right through on 4 Kilo Papa.
It's 0.1400 feet, so we'll level off at 2500 for a little bit when we get here. But we're getting close to being about 10 miles.
Santa Barbara clearance delivery Bonanza 650 Bravos at the
Okay, we're gonna
South
call
GA
now.
ramp with information. Like to pick up our IFR to San Luis Obispo, please.
Let that call get made.
650 Bravo, clear to the San Luis Obispo Airport. On departure, fly runway heading. Expect radar vectors Gaviota that is filed.
That looks sweet.
3000. Expect 6000 5 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 120.55, squawk 5176.
We'll arrest our descent here.
650 Bravo, cleared to San Luis Obispo, fly runway heading, radar vectors to Gaviota, then is filed. Line 3000, expect.
Oh, we lost him. Might do a little turn here just so we stay out of the delta. We're southeast. San Luis Tower, Saratoga 15 Juliet Golf is 10 miles southeast inbound, full stop.
Five Juliet Golf. San Luis Tower makes straight in runway 29 report a 3 mile final.
Make straight in for 29er, report 3 mile final for 15 Juliet Golf. Okay, 29er. Then on the heading bug. We're gonna make straight in. And 3 mile final. We're gonna fly an intercept over here. Okay, so time for us to go through our landing pre-flight. Fuel pump is on, landing light is on, navs are on, strobes are on. Gear is okay for now. Mixture is rich, prop is full. And we'll keep coming down. And I can see our runway. I think I will go to red. Let's keep it white. All right, 2,000 feet. We're 800 feet above pattern altitude. We'll hold it here for a second. Our gear speed in this bird is... I can't read that. Flaps is 112. Gear is 132. Okay, we're doing 131 right now, so we're in good shape.
John Tower, Center 314 Kilo Papa. Clear runway 20 right. Taxiing to FBL.
4 Kilo Papa, Roger, Bravo to the ramp. You can remain this frequency.
Bravo to the ramp on this frequency, 314 Kilo Papa.
Let's
Thank you,
take
sir.
a quick look at the taxi diagram, make sure we know where we're going to go. There's our runway. Looks like we're on the glide slope pretty good. Start slowing down. We will go to the north ramp. Coming up on that 3 mile final. Oh, that's a cool effect. Look at that. Boy, isn't that looking good. Okay, we're a little low. We'll level out right here. We're pattern altitude, 1,200 feet. You can see how the splash of the lights works there. Okay, first notch. And gear. Okay, gear down and locked, 3 in the green. We've got white over red. Trim pretty good. Airspeed's 113. If we have any more of that clouds, I'm going to kill the strobes, but we're doing okay. Next notch. San Luis Tower, 15 Julie Golf, 3 mile final, 429er.
15 Juliet Golf, runway 29er, clear to land, wind 29er, 0-5.
Clear to land on 29er for 15 Julie Golf. A little below the glide slope now, a little power. Almost forgot to make that call, but we did it right at about 3 miles, so that was good. Okay, Gumps. Gear is down. I'm sorry. Gas is to the proper tank. Undercarriage is down and fixed steering the green. Mixture is rich, prop is full. Landing light is on. We're on the glide slope. Next notch. Speed's good. Trim pretty well. 89.
Santa Maria Tower, Cherokee
Take a
5670.
little more power out.
10 miles north, full stop landing with information uniform.
5673 Sierra Santa Maria Tower, good evening, and a right down, runway 30, report midfield.
A little low, but that's okay.
Good evening, to right downwind, report midfield. Sorry, what runway was that? 730.
Runway 30.
Yeah, the runway main. Oh, we've got
Runway
a displaced
30,
threshold. Not land too soon. There we go. A little stutter there. Couple little stutters on landing, but for this being 1.1 beta 4, that was actually pretty good, I think. Let's see if we can make this turn here at Foxtrot. Ground handling's pretty good, all things considered. Given this is an older aircraft in the series, it was designed for X-Plane 10. Okay, we are clear of the runway. All right, flaps up. Strobes off. Fuel pump off. Keep the landing light on so we can see where we're going. San Luis Tower, November 15 Juliet Golf is clear of 29er at Foxtrot. We'll go straight ahead of the ramp.
15 Juliet Golf, Roger, Foxtrot into the ramp, you can remain this frequency.
Foxtrot to the ramp, stay on this frequency for 15 Juliet Golf. Okay. This is a nice airport, well designed. You can see custom textures there. Nice flag. I think this is a the GBP. I bought his package of airports. They're beautiful, and he updates them on a regular basis. They're really, really well done. Let's go down here because there's some fuel trucks down here, and let's presume we need to get gas. Fill her up, Joe. This looks like a good spot. Okay, so a little nighttime flight. Can always tow bar it from here. Okay, out of the throttle, fuel pump is off. We're gonna turn off our avionics. Back out of the mixture. Prop is off. Nav, landing, beacon, master, magnetos, master, and she shut down. So that's it. Quick flight up. Had some cool weather. Had some nice sunset. Had some nice radar service from PilotEdge. All told, that was a fun little hop. I like doing the camera view, head cam view every once in a while because I think it's just kind of cool to get more of a perspective of what I see. Again, my alignment from where I'm sitting, these lines light up almost perfectly. The perspectives are almost exactly right. So I know from up here on the GoPro, it's not quite the same, but I hope you got a sense of how things look. Performance was really good in the beta. This is beta 4, it just released. I accidentally wrote over my 10.5, so this is what I'm flying with now. And again, I like that light mod. I think just even this here, let me turn this off. Just even these lights here, that looks much more real in terms of how the lights are illuminating the buildings around them because of their splash distance. And there are certain parts where it seems too bright, but on the whole, I think it makes a much more realistic experience. I had a couple stutters. I think that's just a function of, flying, and I'm not sure that this ortho scenery isn't on an external drive, which sometimes can slow it down. But good performance. Frames were pretty high the whole way. Right now they're about 25 or 30, but it's because I'm sitting in a highly designed airport and we've got a bunch of clouds. If I wanted to save some frame rates, I would have bumped out the anti-aliasing a little bit, which helps with clouds. But anyway, so there you go. Quick flight. If you have questions about the simulator, please go to www.ontheglideslope.net. All those questions are answered there, including some basic plans and the rest. And if you have questions, put them in the comments. I'll do my best to reply, although I can't always guarantee I'll get to those in a time-sensitive manner. So without any further ado, thanks for watching on the glide slope.